Hi Libra, welcome to your love reading for January 2020. Let's go ahead and see what is coming up for your love life for this month. This is a love reading for the sign of Libra for January 2020. The first card you have, Libra, is Two of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. Ace of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. King of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. You have the Page of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. The Empress. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. The Chariot. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. Page of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. The Hangman. Love reading for the sign of Libra for January. Five of Swords. Okay, what's the most important thing that Libra needs to hear about their love life for January 2020? The message that you have, Libra, is the Sun. Very good. So the Sun does represent success, positive energy. It can also represent love, marriage, and a very significant relationship. So we'll come back to this card in a minute and see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's go ahead and start at the top. And if you'd like a private reading with me, just scroll below the video and you'll see a link to my website, channelguidance.com. Okay, so you have the Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, and King of Cups. So you do have a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This can be your current partner, your ex. It could also be somebody new coming into your life in the month of January. You do have, some type of new beginning here for the month of January. This can be a new relationship for those of you who are single, perhaps with a water sign. It could also be that there is a new beginning in an existing relationship, especially for those relationships where you have been, waiting for something to happen. You have the Two of Wands, which does mean that you've been waiting maybe to hear from someone that you've maybe had a relationship with. Maybe you've been waiting to hear from an ex. Maybe you've been waiting for a current partner to make up their mind about you. There is an energy of waiting, and then there's like a whole new beginning for you. And the Ace of Wands, to me, this is a big deal because it's not just a new beginning. It is a whole new life for you, a clean slate. So some of you could be starting over perhaps with a new partner, a water sign, or it could be that you and your partner are working things out where you're able to kind of forgive everything that's happened in the past. Remember, the main energy is the Sun. So for the month of January, this is your chance to bring in a lot of positive energy into your love life. There's success around new relationships, new people. But even when it comes to trying again, maybe in problems and relationships that you're in right now, there is a lot of positive energy for new beginnings. Now look at this next row here. You have the Page of Cups, the Empress, and the Chariot. So it's kind of interesting that the Chariot, which represents the sign of Cancer, is lined up with the King of Cups. So for some of you, you could be dealing with the sign of Cancer in January. But the Chariot is also victory, success. So some of you, maybe you've been waiting, Two of Wands, waiting for a new beginning with a person that you love, perhaps an ex or an existing relationship. I see that happening with the Chariot being here. This is victory. You have waited, you've been determined to succeed, and you have succeeded. You also have the Page of Cups. So this can definitely be either a new relationship for those who are single. This also represents communication from the heart, somebody telling you they still love you. A lot of communication about feelings, relationships, and love. And you have the Empress right in the center here. She can represent the sign of Aries, but the Empress is also telling you that for the month of January, you can have it all. This is the perfect relationship, the perfect partner. So for some of you, maybe you've been waiting to meet this person, and it could happen in the month of January, or maybe you know someone. Maybe this is your current partner or an ex that you consider to be the one. Again, there is a lot of positive energy to make this happen in the month of January. Now, if we look at this bottom row, you have the Page of Swords, the Hangman, and the Five of Swords. So again, there's a lot of positive cards for the sign of Libra. The new beginnings. You have this perfect person here with the Empress. A lot of communication about feelings and love, victory. But we do have the Hangman here. So the Hangman does mean that, something has not been moving forward. A relationship maybe has been stuck in a rut. You've been in limbo. I feel like if you've been dealing with that, because you also have the Five of Swords right next to it. So this can be, it seems to me like it's been, perhaps someone has made some very bad decisions that maybe has left a relationship or a marriage stuck. I feel like if that is the case, you have the Page of Swords right next to it. you will be seeing the truth, or someone will be telling you the truth. Like, I kept you at a distance because of this, or I wasn't ready for a relationship because of this. This is the truth coming out. Now, when I see this specific card also, I do feel like someone is spying on you. So it can be that maybe an ex is spying on you, maybe an ex who made a decision to walk away, and now they're kind of curious, like, I wonder what Libra is doing. So it could be something like that. But I also feel like, a relationship that does not move forward, it's kind of hit a dead end. You could be hearing the truth about, maybe why this person had cold feet. Okay, let's get a few more and let's see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for January 2020? You have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. You have King and Queen of Cups. And the Emperor right next to the Empress. So you definitely have this, divine masculine, divine feminine energy, kind of like twin flame energy for those of you that really believe in that. Not only that, look at this, King and Queen of Cups. It's like the sign of Libra belongs with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. I didn't mention it because I've not been doing jumping cards, but you had the King and the Queen of Cups jump for you when I was properly shuffling. Now I've pulled them again. So I definitely feel like for the sign of Libra, be on the lookout for a water sign. Because I feel like for some of you, like you belong together. Cancer and Libra belong together. I feel like this reading is like really making that crystal clear. Maybe not for everyone because it's a general reading, but I feel like somebody out there needs to hear you belong with a water sign. Perhaps with the sign of Cancer, because you do have the Chariot here. Okay, so let's see what you got here with these three cards. You have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles means that, you're going to be looking at your relationships, your marriage, your love life very carefully. And it could be that you're looking at this water sign in the month of January. Maybe you're going to be exploring your feelings for them. You're going to be seeing maybe where this relationship goes or what you want from this person. You're being told, like, action, take control. You have the Emperor. This is saying take control, take charge of this relationship. Because again, this is a pretty weird synchronicity that they have come up again. And also the Emperor and the Empress. It's like, for some of you, yeah, it can be with a water sign because that is what we see here and they jump for you. But for others where you're not with a water sign, it's, you do belong with the person that you're with, but maybe there's something that you need to do. If, things are rough right now, somebody has to take control, somebody has to take charge, because there is an energy here of like a relationship or a marriage being in limbo with the Hangman. Just remember, the main energy was the Sun. For the sign of Libra, the month of January is just full of positive energy. This can also be the month where, maybe you're meeting the person you're going to marry, because this card can represent marriage and children. Okay, let's get a few more from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for January? Interesting, the Chariot again. The Hangman again. What in the world? The Lovers. That's intriguing. What's the most important thing that Libra needs to hear about their love life for the month of January 2020? Okay, pretty speechless here. The Empress is a repeat card because it's here. This is telling you that for, Libra, like if you're single, do not just kind of sit by in the month of January and just do nothing. Because again, the Empress is the perfect partner, the perfect relationship. You're, the person of your dreams, whether you know them or you don't know them. It could be maybe you're meeting them in the month of January. You did have the Sun as the main energy. If you're already coupled or you're married, she does represent you having it all. You're going to feel like the Empress, like royalty. Whether you're male or female, you're going to feel like you have everything you've ever wanted in the month of January. You can make that happen. The other main energy, again, was the Sun, positive energy. So pretty stunning that the Empress would come up twice. You also have the Chariot twice here. Because you have the King and the Queen of Cups, and they both jumped 2 times. I pulled them once. They jumped once, and then I pulled them. And now the Chariot is here 2 times. It could be that the sign of Libra definitely does belong with the sign of Cancer. It could maybe you're meeting a Cancer in the month of January, but for those of you who are already coupled, this is just victory. This is victory, as far as your problems that you're having in a marriage or in a relationship. This is continuing to move forward. A lot of movement in your relationships. Because you also have, you have the Hangman 2 times as well. So there is a movement. What I see here is that there is movement around a relationship that has been stuck. That, you know, there has been zero movement. Maybe somebody got cold feet. You do have the Five of Swords down here. Somebody made a mistake. There is movement around a relationship that has, you know, just not moved forward at all. It's been stuck. It's in limbo. But I mean, look at this. You have the Lovers. There's still a significant relationship here. The Lovers also represents a sign of Gemini. But this means this is a relationship you want very much. It's been going nowhere. It's been stuck. That's what we saw here with the very first card. You've been waiting maybe for a new beginning with this person. Or you've been hoping for things to improve if you're still coupled. Again, I definitely feel like for those who are already coupled, you are definitely with the person that you belong with. I mean, the Emperor, let me just put it here so you can see what I'm looking at. The Emperor and the Empress, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This is also a couple that belong together. And here, a couple that belongs together. So I feel like for those of you who are already married or coupled, even if, you know, things are rough right now, you have a really loud message from the universe here that you are with the person that you belong with. And if you're not coupled, if you're single, it's also a loud message that you're going to be meeting someone who could be very significant to you, someone that you're going to view as the perfect partner in the month of January. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the X spread. Okay, Libra, let's go ahead and see what's going on with your ex for the month of January 2020. Libra and their ex for the month of January. You have the Lovers. Libra and their ex for the month of January. 8 of Wands. Libra and their ex for the month of January. Strength. Libra and their ex for the month of January. King of Cups. Libra and their ex for the month of January. 7 of Swords. Libra and their ex for January. 4 of Swords. Libra and their ex for January. 9 of Wands. Libra and their ex for January. 3 of Cups. Libra and their ex for January. 2 of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and start at the top. So it's interesting that you start with the Lovers card because this was the last card that I pulled from the confirmation deck for the first spread. So again, we're doing a reading here for exes. You're no longer together. Yet the very first card that you get is, you know, there's still a connection here. This can also represent the sign of Gemini. You've got Strength, which represents a sign of Leo. But this is saying there's still a significant connection here, you know, with your ex. There's still a strong pull towards this person and vice versa towards you. You do have 2 messages here that kind of imply waiting, which is interesting because in the first spread, the first card I pulled for you was the 2 of Wands, which is about waiting. The Strength card is telling you to be patient. Like, don't let, kind of maybe the timing, because I feel like there could be waiting involved as far as you and your ex reuniting. Don't let the waiting get to you. Don't become too pessimistic because the Strength card can mean that you're going to have to kind of watch your ego. Don't get triggered by how much time has passed. You can get really frustrated or disappointed. There is, you know, kind of unexpected developments here with the 8 of Wands. This is fireworks. This is a lot of excitement or an exciting message coming to you. It always implies that you've waited for a significant amount of time. But again, the connection is still there for the sign of Libra. I mean, here we go again. You just had the King and the Queen of Cups. And now you have the King of Cups again. If your ex is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, I mean, here they are. It could be that, you know, this person, you've got the 7 of Swords. Maybe this person is maybe not wanting to look at your relationship right now because the 7 of Swords can be deceit, self-deceit. And ironically, right next to it is the 4 of Swords, which means that, you know, this person may need some time to think. They may need a timeout, which is maybe why you're being told here, like, be patient, don't jump to conclusions. It could also be that there needs to be healing in the relationship, maybe as far as why you broke up. But I feel like, you know, maybe the person that you're waiting for needs time to think. Maybe they need to make up their mind as far as what they want from you. Now, if you look at this bottom row, you've got the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. So not only do you have the Lovers, I'll put them here so you can see them together. You've got the Lovers. You've got the Soulmate card as well. So, you know, there obviously is still love and a connection between you and your ex. We see that here. We also have the 3 of Cups, which means that there can still be a lot of love. This is joy, laughter, celebration. There can still be a lot of good times and happiness with your ex. Again, that connection, the love is still there. But for right now, this person is being very protective. They're very much on guard. Maybe they're afraid to trust you again. Maybe they're just afraid of being in a relationship. This is just someone who is closed off, just kind of like the hermit. Someone that needs, you know, time to think, which is what we're seeing here. But the cards are being very clear that there's still a connection there. I feel like you're just having to wait for this person to figure things out. Okay, let's get a few more and see what other messages come up for you. What else does Libra need to hear about their ex for January? Knight of Wands. Other messages for Libra for January. Nine of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So, I mean, the Knight of Wands, I feel like there's going to be, you know, maybe a lot of movement around this person. It could be that you're trying to win them back. That's what I'm getting. Because the Knight of Wands is someone who is pursuing, someone who's very determined, a lot of movement, someone who's not going to give up. So I feel like the sign of Libra is not giving up on this person. And there is a new beginning here. There is a new beginning for this relationship. But I feel like the Nine of Pentacles has to do with them instead of you. I feel like you know what you want, but I feel that this person, perhaps this water sign, maybe does not know what they want. You have the Nine of Pentacles saying perhaps this person needs to, you know, maybe they need this time to figure things out. Because the Nine of Pentacles really is about feeling good about your decisions. This is someone that is putting themselves first, self-worth, self-confidence. There is a new beginning here for you, and I feel like someone is eager, just eager to see this happen. But remember, you're going to have to be patient with the Strength card here. And also with the Eight of Wands. There's going to be a very exciting development as far as an ex, especially since you have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. But I feel like there's a need to just kind of like let this happen naturally. This person needs time to think. They need to figure this out. It could be, again, that they're in denial with the Seven of Swords being here. They may not be ready, you know, for, you know, this relationship to move forward for now. But again, you do have that significant connection here with the Soulmate card. Okay, let's get a few more from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra about their ex for January 2020? Page of Pentacles, which you also had in the first spread. Libra and their ex for January. Eight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe what, you know, your ex is looking at, maybe also what you need to look at, is maybe why you broke up. Because I mean, you've got the Goodbye card here. The Eight of Cups, which is, you know, moving on, choosing to move on. Someone who walked away. I mean, we've got the Page of Pentacles here, which means that perhaps, you know, when your ex kind of looks at the reason maybe why they walked away, maybe that is when they see the truth. Because, I mean, there is some type of self-deceit going on here. Or deceit. I mean, it's a general reading. There could have been deceit in the relationship. But for those of you where there was no deceit, it could be this person is maybe not choosing to look at your relationship right now. They're ignoring it. But I do feel like once they look at it, which is right here, the Page of Pentacles is studying something very carefully, looking at it. Maybe looking at the reasons either that you walked away or that they walked away. When they finally look at your relationship, at you, that is when there is movement, the Wheel of Fortune. That is when you finally see change. Again, I just feel like for some of you, like this person may just not want to look at this relationship right now. They need time to think, which I see here. They're looking away. When they finally do look at their feelings for you, maybe the reasons that you left or that they left, they may see that things were not as they seemed. And that is when you have this energy of change for the better, destiny, movement. Again, that connection is still there, but the cards are implying waiting. Let me get a few more to see what else comes up for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra about their ex for January 2020? Queen of Wands. Libra and their ex for January 2020. Temperance. Libra and their ex for January 2020. Page of Pentacles again. So we've got the Queen of Wands now. So the Queen of Wands is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. It can also be you if you have a moon or rising and a fire sign. And I feel like, you know, it probably is you, even if you don't have fire in your chart, because you've got the Knight of Wands. This is someone who is eager maybe to see a reunion, eager to see action around an ex. You're being told here, be patient. So you have patience here and patience here with the Strength card. Be patient because you have the Page of Pentacles 2 times. Here's one. Here's the other one right here. You're having to be patient because someone needs to look at things very carefully. I feel like, you know, your ex may need to look at the reasons that you left or that they left, because that's what we see right here. once they look at this, because you have the Page of Pentacles here, which is looking at maybe the reasons why someone left. Once they look at that, that is when we see change here. So you're being told here, sit tight, be patient. This is about don't try to force things to happen, because I feel like someone is eager to see a reunion. You know, they want to see it happen now, but you're being told here, be patient. There's a lot of things to look at. But I feel like there's, you know, obviously crystal clear message that, you know, you belong together. That is what I saw in the first reading. Okay, Libra, this has been your love reading for January 2020. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you again next month.